The story so far. In Quarry Crest, Cyrus used his powers of deduction to get to the bottom of a series of kidnappings, perpetuated by the depraved scholar Gideon, who was harvesting the villagers' blood for his dark research. It was in Gideon's sickening laboratory that Cyrus discovered it. A translated copy from the far reaches of hell. Though the history of the dark arts intrigued him, he could not sit idly by while his peers used knowledge for evil. And so Cyrus came to Stoneguard, where the tome was bound. Would he find answers here, or only more dreadful questions? Stoneguard at last! A sprawling city if I ever saw one. Talk about searching for a needle in a haystack.
Now then.
First, I should review where we stand. Like as not, the translated copy from the far reaches of hell was produced by a bookmaker in this town. But where to begin my search? Logically speaking, it would make the most sense to begin at the source. Which means head straight for the bindery, of course. Where else? Very well. Let the investigation begin. You've been followed ever since chapter 1. You haven't picked up on it? Like, this dude's been shadowing you for literally 3 chapters. Anyways.
Take care.
Take care, scholar. You know, I feel it now, too. The unmistakable sense of being watched. For my part, the feeling was faint at first and came and went, but it grows stronger with every step we take. Undoubtedly, your instincts are sharper than mine. How did you acquire them, I wonder? I cannot say. It is something I learned on the battlefield. By what means, I do not rightly know. Oh, I was hoping there was some easy trick to it. It is easy enough, if you're willing to fight as many battles as I have. I think easy here means something different to you and me. Fair enough. Even as a scholar, even a scholar as yourself cannot know everything there is to know of this world. True. So one of the cool things in this game that I haven't showed off was the fact that there are actually 3-way character conversations if you go. Well, okay, I need to show it after. During the chapter, it won't actually do it, but once you're done, it actually shows you character conversations between certain groups of characters, which are pretty cool. So I'll have to show those more. I didn't show those for the first few bits. I didn't know they were a thing, honestly. Alright. Huh, I can steal from him? Yeah. Alright. Let's scrutinize while we're at it. Testimony. I sold a book of my making to Dominic, a translator. His home lies on the east side of town. The book's whereabouts. Well now, it would seem I owe this Dominic fellow a visit. I should be able to find him in the workshop just east of here. Well, let's go find this Dominic person and see what he has to tell us. Boy, I'll be honest with you guys, I've been really looking forward to picking up with Cyrus. It's really difficult because I don't necessarily like every story I've done. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's some stories I feel good about, but I don't know, like, I'm putting off Alphen. Not because I don't want to do his story, I've heard great things about it, I just don't find his class to be all that good. Apothecary is great if that's not your main course, you know what I mean? Like, his main thing is Apothecary. I just don't feel comfortable, I don't want to overbalance I don't want to like overweigh my team on certain aspects. So making him a cleric just kind of made sense. Unfortunately, he's kind of lost a lot of his use in that particular spot. So I might have to find a different use for him.
Excuse me.
Beg pardon? Is this the resident of...
My apologies.
I don't know who you are, but I'm not in the mood for company.
A moment.
If you could just spare me a moment, kind sir, there's something I'd like to ask you.
Be gone with it.
I said I wish to see no one. Leave me alone at once. He seems like a stubborn one. I'll have to find another way. Pray forgive the intrusion. A good day to you, sir. It might behoove me to find out a bit more about our friend Dominic. Yeah, might not hurt, but then again, you couldn't have suspected he'd be such a difficult person to talk to.
Well.
So, you were refused. Indeed, it would appear we have no one to rely on but ourselves. This Dominic fella, stubborn coot, wouldn't you say? A type regrettably common in the world of philosophy and science. So you're going to find out more about him? Certainly. If I can do that, I might find a means by which to make him listen to me. I shall start by talking to his colleagues and other associates. Good luck. Those bookish types are battier than the carrion caves. Myself included. Wow. Okay, Theron. Nice to see I know where I stand with you. What do you have to say? 54%, huh? Ah, smarter bartering. Nice. If I try to buy something, I'll actually do better at buying stuff from people. Alright, scrutinize. Alright. That testimony. That Dominic went and shut himself off from the world after his only daughter succumbed to illness 15 years ago. Oh, that sucks. That can't be healthy. Damn. Testimony. Dominic had a translation commission he thought would earn him a fortune. Still rues the day he said yes to it, poor lad. Most intriguing. So he regrets doing the commission. Oh, that sucks even worse. He went and took this job, has felt bad about his daughter passing. Holy Christ, no wonder the guy's a recluse. Testimony. Sold some medicine to Dominic about 15 years ago, I think. Was in a spot of bother, as I recall, financially speaking, so I gave him a discount. Okay, so his daughter died, and he was hitting some rough times.
Very well.
And that should do it. I dare say Dominic will be more talkative this time. So there's an item here. I just don't know where the hell it actually is. I don't think it's inside. I can't even duel this guy. So if it's inside the house like I seem to think it is, I can't even get past this guy to level 60. Which worries me, because if that dude requires a level 60, he's probably a monster. Christ. Some of the people who guard these houses are like, they're ridiculous, because they'll be like, oh, it's almost a maximum star encounter, but then it's like I KO them in like 3 hits with Ulbrich, so, you know. To each their own, I suppose.
Excuse me.
Beg pardon, Master Dominic. I am Cyrus, the scholar who called upon you earlier. You again? I already told you I do not want to see you. Translating a book.
But of course.
Yes, if my reasoning is correct, this is undoubtedly why Dominic has cut off all contact with the outside world. I do not mean to open old wounds, friend, but I have heard that you lost your dear daughter to illness some 15 years ago.
Thusly,
Since then, you have secluded yourself and cut off all contact with the outside world. In order to procure the elixirs that might save your daughter, you needed coin, quickly, and in large quantities. And so you accepted an unusual task.
yes.
To wit, producing a translation of From the Far Reaches of Hell. Who told you this?
Now then.
The book that you translated is now in my possession. Clearly you are a scholar of great knowledge and wisdom. You took care to omit the most horrific passages, doubtless because you recognized the danger they posed. As an academic, I will not stand idly by as knowledge is used for the purpose of evil. And so I ask you, who commissioned this translation from you? Come inside.
Many thanks.
Thank you, friend. Damn, you Phoenix right this dude. That was unnecessary.
Listen.
But where should I even begin?
In truth,
15 years ago, a man came here to me with a request he said was of dire import. Strangely, I cannot recall his name. He was a scholar, and from his words one could tell his mind was as sharp as a blade. But what I remember more than anything were his eyes, which burned blood red with a zeal for knowledge that bordered on obsession.
what in the...
Red eyes? Could it be? No. Perish the thought.
After that,
They say in recent years he accepted a prestigious position at the Royal Academy in Atlasdam.
it couldn't be.
Good gods! Headmaster Vaughn?
Yes.
Ah, yes, it's coming back to me now. Vaughn was his name. Oh shit, your headmaster. Yee, that's uncomfortable. So what? So your headmaster stole the book, got it translated, or made an abridged translation, so to speak. But why? And on top of that, he knew the book had went missing. Yet he still, wouldn't he be worried that you'd figure this out? You're a pretty smart dude, Cyrus. It still has some holes in this story.
In truth,
He came to me, a mighty and venerable tome. Wait, he came to me, a mighty and venerable tome in hand. The tome was From the Far Reaches of Hell. I did not have to think twice.
is that so?
Knowing full well the danger posed by the forbidden knowledge within?
Yes.
Yes, I was not blind to the risk. And yet, what choice did I have? The medicines my daughter required cost a veritable fortune, and I am but a humble scholar. So you follow Vaughn's instructions to the letter.
Yes.
Yes, I translated the dreadful tome. All the while fearing for my life what horrors might come to pass if the knowledge fell into the wrong hands. In the end, even the rarest of elixirs could not save my poor girl. Looking back, I believe this was divine punishment for my sins. Headmaster Vaughn, whatever was the man thinking? You say the book is in your possession. I beg of you, promise me.
Leave it to me.
I will see that it is never again used to bring pain and suffering. You have my word. The pain and guilt you bear is surely beyond my understanding, but I hope that this will bring you even a small measure of solace. Rest your heart easy, friend, as best you can.
You have my thanks.
Cyrus, was it? You have my thanks. So our headmaster was the one that got this tome.
Come now.
Well, are you going to keep hiding in the shadows, or shall we end this charade? It only took me, 3 chapters before we finally figured this? This guy's been tailing us ever since we left Atlas Dam. In fact, he's done quite a good job at tailing us, not gonna lie. Probably just hiding just out of our periphery so we wouldn't see him. But unfortunately, when someone's been watched long enough, you tend to know when someone's behind you. You don't have to be paranoid to know that. So, you were wise to my presence.
Just so.
I knew I was being followed, yes. What? Seriously? What? Why? Why are you following me? You had nothing to do with me. Why are you even involved in this? Ah, shit, forgot the headmaster. So why did he send you to tail me? I mean, the book was missing, right? So he knew, if he took the book, which we have to assume that he did, right? Because he's the one that got it translated. He took the book. He knew Cyrus was going to go after it because Cyrus wouldn't just let it go, right? Even with Cyrus getting kicked out, he knew he was going to go after it. So he sent you to tail me this entire time on the off chance that maybe I figure it out?
Call me Lucia.
Greetings.
A pleasure. And why have you followed me here, Miss Lucia?
I apologize.
Forgive me, Professor Albright. I meant no offense. I overheard that you were investigating the whereabouts of a certain tome. A tome by the name of From the Far Reaches of Hell. Is this correct? Well, obviously. And what if it is?
In truth,
What I'm about to say, I ask that you keep in the utmost confidence. I have reason to believe that Headmaster Vaughn is plotting something unsavory involving the self-same tome.
Why?
So the thief who stole the book from the archive was... Oh, so I actually got ahead of the game. I just assumed he stole it. I didn't know for sure. Okay.
yes.
The headmaster himself. Of this I am all but certain. Then why the hell did he risk me going out and finding it? He knew I wasn't going to let this go. The headmaster's assistant I may be, but first and foremost, I am a scholar in my own right. I will not stand by to see my profession's good name sullied by one who would use knowledge in the name of evil. This is why.
Indeed.
You came here seeking my aid.
Correct.
Yes, my intuition as an academic tells me you are a man to be trusted. As you may be aware, Headmaster Vaughn hails from Stoneguard himself.
Yes.
Yes, I was planning to investigate that very matter after I was done here. The house in which he was born still stands. Yet, there are ominous rumors about the place. I have ascertained its location, but I am hesitate to investigate further on my own. And so I ask, Professor Albright, pray, lend me your aid. I see. Before I promise anything, I would see the house with my own eyes.
Correct.
I understand completely. You will find it on the north side of town. I don't know, guys. This still seems a little bit, I don't know, too perfect. You know what I mean? Like, it just, I don't know, something about this. She's been trailing me literally ever since the first chapter of this game.
Shall we begin?
Very well. Let us pray it. Let us pay it a visit straight away. As for whether or not I can cooperate, I will give you my answer there. Is this acceptable?
Thank you.
But of course. Thank you, Professor. I will go on ahead and meet you there. I don't know, guys. Something just doesn't seem right. Like, she's been following me this entire time. It's not like she didn't know what I was doing. Like, she could have made her intentions clear. She could have spoken up at any point during this long-winded adventure and have convinced me to do something different. Yet here we are, and she never did. Until now. Until I made it to Stoneguard. Maybe she thought I wasn't on the right track? Huh. But this is like chapter 3, so she must have known. But still, she was following me for quite a fucking while, that's for damn sure. I mean, if you look at how long, if you look at the trip from like Atlas Dam all the way to, what is it, Quarry Crest? To Quarry Crest, that's not a small walk. That's quite a journey. This is where Headmaster Vaughn was born and raised. According to the neighbors, it has lain abandoned for some 20 years now.
Is that so?
Ominous indeed. Well, shall we let ourselves in? What the? Oh, I knew it was too good to be true. I knew it. Oh, god damn it. I guessed it. I hate to say it, but I guessed it. Ugh.
What is this place?
Ah, Professor Albright. I apologize for this little ruse.
I'd recognize that voice anywhere. So, we meet again. Headmaster Yvonne.
Oh, Yvonne. I've been saying Vaughn. I thought the Y was silent. My mistake. Whoops. But you don't know until you hear the name, and I haven't heard the name in quite a while. So, my mistake, guys. Yvonne? Yvonne? Yvonne. Okay, fair enough.
When I heard you were looking into from the far reaches of hell, I knew your search would lead you here. And sure enough, you didn't disappoint me. Your mind is every bit as sharp as I thought it was.
Oh, effing obviously.
You sent Lucia to keep an eye on me.
What a shame, my dear boy. A thirst for knowledge like yours would be such a terrible thing to waste. So, what do you say? Apprentice yourself to me, and I will overlook your little trespass.
What the hell? What do you mean trespasses? I was doing exactly what you knew I was going to do. It's not my fault the clues led to you. Christ. Maybe you should have finished up your work and killed the guy who translated it for you. Cut off all the loose ends. But then again, you're not a scholar, so I guess I can expect for you not to think that far ahead.
How kind of you. I refuse.
Thank you, Cyrus. Thank you.
I am, shall we say, philosophically opposed to your stance on knowledge.
Yeah, you've been opposed to it ever since chapter 1, I'll give you that much.
I believe that knowledge should be shared, not hoarded for one's personal gain.
I thought you'd say as much. Most unfortunate, Cyrus. Most unfortunate. As you know, this is my house, and I don't get many callers these days. A smart man like you knows what this means, yes? When you starve to death here, no one will be the wiser.
Fantastic. If you think I'll give up without a fight, you don't know me nearly well enough.
We here.
Climbing my way out doesn't seem to be an option.
Now then.
Now, how to get myself out of this predicament? Investigate further. A bone. Investigate further. Wait and see. Guess we'll just wait it out.
Professor?
That voice. Could it be?
Are you okay?
Hold on, Professor. I'll lower a rope. There you go. Climb on up. Oh, Professor, I'm so glad you're safe. Larice! Did you come all this way from Atlasdam? But why?
Actually,
I knew you were in danger. And so I came to warn you. That's quite enough, young lady. Oh, crap.
Therese.
Alright, dickhead. Listen, buddy, I really don't want to hurt you. You're kind of my employer. If I get rid of you, that might cause me some issues. How about you let the girl go? We call it even. No one has to get hurt. Savvy? I knew Cyrus would come, but you have pluck for a girl your age.
You think you can get away with
Yvonne,
this?
let her go at once. It is clear hostage negotiation never factored into your scholarly pursuits. Mark my words, Cyrus. Stop meddling in my research, or the girl's life is forfeit. Oh, what? Well, I didn't know they could do that. That's new. Make for the cellars of Yvonne's birthplace. I want to look around a little bit more, actually. I want to see what's in here. Is there anything actually in this place? Can I actually look into rooms? Oh, I can. I was just curious. So this place hasn't been like lived in like 20 years, huh? Gonna be honest with you guys, it's kind of nice to pick up Cyrus's story. Cyrus is one of those stories I thought I really got into, but since the way I was originally playing the game, I only could get around to it whenever we finished, and I had to kind of space it out properly.
I'll make this quick.
The battle is truly
I don't want to fight you guys. Go away. Thank you. It's kind of silly for them to keep trying to fight me. I'm already stronger than almost anything I'm going to be fighting anyways. The chapter 3s have just been nothing more but preludes to the real good stuff, and the final boss fights are the ones I really look forward to right now. Anyways. Boy, oh boy. This is danger level 40? Have they always been that high? Primrose's chapter 3 was level 40. But I don't think Cyrus's was. That's interesting. Anyways, guys and girls, you know the drill and how we do things here on this channel. Next time on Octopath Traveler, we shall continue our adventure with Cyrus and look into Yvonne's cellar. Boy, this mystery certainly got juicy. I wasn't expecting it to go in this direction. Until then, boys and girls, stay tuned, and I will see you all next time.